So I just gave us an explanation of number sense. Now I want to explain one of the simple tools that we use that can help students develop this number sense, and that is the number bond. A number bond looks like this. Basically, I have one number in the top of the bond, and then I split it into two parts. Right? So I have a whole, and then I split it into parts. So down here you can see an example of that. I have the number 32, and I can split it into 25 and 7, right? Because 25 plus 7 equals 32. So I'm taking 32 and splitting it into two parts, which in some problem might be helpful for me because I'm more comfortable working with 25 and with 7 than I am with 32. So one key part of the number bond is that it always represents addition. And I'm always taking a whole and splitting it into parts. So if I want the whole, I always need to add those parts back together. Right? 25 plus 7 equals 32. So how can we use this to help us solve different problems? If we're looking at an addition problem like this one, 33 plus 149, we may realize that I can take 7 from this. I can take 7, and that will leave me with 142. Right? So I'm splitting 149 into 7 and 142. And then I realize, well, the reason I did that is because 33 and 7 I know is 40. And so I can very easily say, oh, 40 plus 142 is 182. And so for many students, adding 33 plus 149 may be more difficult, but they can add 7 and 33 in their heads, and then they can put add 40 to 142, and get 182. I have a multiplication problem, 12 times 21. That may be difficult for me to do at the moment, but if I realize that 21 can be split into 20 and 1, perhaps I can more easily do, in my head, 12 and 20 is 240, and then I just need to add one more 12, because 12 times 1 is 12, so I get 252. Right, because 20 times 12 is 240, and 1 times 12 is 12, and then I add those together. We can also use this for division. 56 divided by 8. If we know our multiplication facts, we might realize that that's going to be 7. But some kids struggle. This is a multiplication fact. 8 times 7 is 56. That's one that many students struggle to memorize. And it's great if they can memorize it, once they do memorize it. But if we help them learn strategies like these in order to solve these problems, then even before they've memorized them, they can work on figuring it out for themselves. And then that will help them as they work on that problem and see that answer many times, they'll eventually come to the point where they have it memorized. So what I can do with 56 and 8, if I realize that 56 can be split into 16 and 40, I might know, oh, well, 16 is 2 eighths and 40 is 5 eighths, so therefore I need to put 2 and 5 together, and my answer will be 7. So that's a brief introduction to the number bond, how it works. Again, the whole and the parts, so you split the number into parts. So those parts will always be added back together to make the whole. And then I can use that to help me do math that might be difficult for me at the moment. I can split it into simpler problems, and perhaps even do that math in my head without having to write anything out as I did here in order to show you what I was doing.